Last episode on the Fiction First podcast. It's just this scene of a little kind of like outdoor stage area up against a building in the streets of Sharn, where this bard is seemingly playing this nice little tune on a lute and kind of singing and performing for the audience, and he's weaving a little bit of magic in each of the words as he sings. Above the singing bard is this storm drain. Pieces of green ooze start to pour out and slop down like jello, kind of combining and mixing together as this cube-like entity starts to form and then slop down the walls and land right on top of the bard, on top of this giant hat, and the hat starts to burn and melt as it starts to consume him, and people start to run and scream into the night asking for help, and then the creature consumes the bard wholly in a matter of 15 seconds, leaving nothing behind.
Guess he wasn't a fan.
The next scene that would come in with you is the next day.
Pax, is there anything on the local police wire?
Magic radio.
The magic radio?
Does Paxton keep an eye on that?
Well, he's our intern. We gotta ask him to do something.
Is there internet in this world?
No.
Okay.
No. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I've just been listening to the radio.
Is there a town crier?
He asked me about that. He asked me if there's anything on the police scanner, and I switched the station from my local pop that I was listening to back to the police scanner, and it's just screams.
I was gonna say, this radio is like a scrying magic ball, I'd assume. It's like
something like that, yeah. The
turning the globe.
Right, yeah. There is a dragon marked house that handles communication, and some of their more experienced members they can send messages, whispers on the wind, effectively kind of like a spell, like a long message sending. So maybe there's a way that you have this kind of black market scrying radio that can kind of tap into what they're saying.
Palantir.
And you do get that news. You do get the wire that there's death being investigated, as well as the other numerous reports of people from all across town in their homes. Not necessarily this bard is the only confirmed death, but people complain that their property has been damaged, reporting these strange sightings all over the place. So
Uncle Frank. Apparently, a guy got dissolved. By like some jello. Flubber. No, Flubber. Yeah, Flubber's a good one.
That sounds like our guy.
A blob.
A blob.
It was at the local like town hall.
Sure, outside the local
town hall where the town crier was playing.
The Middle Dura Town Hall.
Sounds like we need to talk to the authorities and see if they need any help.
Exactly. Again, I'm still trying to find a way to monetize this.
Yes, let's...
At that point, there's a knock on your door.
House cleaning is down the hall.
If it's cleaning.
The voice calls out, he says, I'm from the King's Citadel.
Oh, Pax.
Oh, sir, can I take your hat?
You open the door, and there's this man with... it's kind of like you open...
Is he wearing a hat?
Sure, yeah.
That'd be great if he wasn't. Can I?
No, yeah. So it seems like you open that up. You open it up, and you're at like chest level with this man right now. It's a very tall man with gaunt, angular features and kind of pale skin, with this black hair that kind of flows into a widow's peak up at the top. He's seemingly 50s or so.
Okay.
A thin, wiry build. He has this kind of the kind of pure white jacket that he wears, and he has this white cap with red running through it that he just kind of tosses towards you immediately as he attempts to move into the office past you. He says,
you look for where to put it. There's nowhere. You just like put it on your head.
Yeah. He says, yes, my name is Dr. Thomas Fields, and I'm here because I believe that you were witness to some of the strange events that have been going on last night, particularly involving a gelatinous cube of sorts.
I have seen no gelatinous cube.
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Where?
God's damn it.
I saw it, and I saw a alley. It was in an alley, yeah.
Okay. There's a couple of city watch kind of waiting outside.
Yeah.
And he's like, can we come in?
Yeah, come in. Listen, we may or may not have been investigating something that sounds like a similar circumstance to what you're having, but...
No, we talked to some people on the bridge last night, and they pointed us to... they were able to ID you, and they said that they work at the If It's Mysteries place, and I asked them what that was, and then it doesn't make sense.
It's right there in the name. It's obviously you have a mystery and you came here. It works, see?
Ouch.
It works.
I suppose it did.
Yes, so we would love to assist you in this solving of this mystery. You can speak to my associate here on our rates, and then perhaps we can venture forward together, ensuring safety for the community.
Well,
business.
I will talk with your associate then. Yeah, so Halwin, you can talk to.
All right.
To Dr. Fields here.
Dr. Fields?
Yes.
Pleasure.
And basically his deal is he's willing to, he informs you that the Brelish military is willing to work, to accept your help as contractors for monetary reward, effectively, if you can provide help in containing this creature.
Very good.
And then he asked you about everything that you know. Do you want to disclose all that?
I mean, I would say first off, we discuss the rates.
Sure. If you do this, you think that Tender will be very happy when he comes back in a week with this, with the amount that you're given.
Awesome. Do I want to divulge everything?
I think you play your cards close to the chest.
Well, but I was going to say, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything that we've learned that is sensitive in this matter.
I might not know about the...
Oh, yeah, I'll keep the glass orb to myself.
Okay.
But other than that...
Sure. So
I'll tell him about the shifter and following the trail and that I believe it's eating and growing and all that fun stuff.
Sure. Yes, and he's very concerned about it being in the water supply. He confirms that it from their understanding that it would not mix with the water, but still it makes it difficult for them to find it.
Do you know what it is or have any resources on?
He says, I'm afraid that's classified. Halwin.
So you want our help, but can't give me all the information that would help me to help you.
That's exactly right.
I think what Halwin's asking is we just kind of want to know, like...
Who is this? That seems to be a child.
That's
I'm 21, okay? I crush Bud. I crush Bud.
Okay. He does not look impressed by that, unfortunately.
He doesn't.
I'm 21. I crush bread.
I crush bread.
You did crush those bagels.
I've eaten a lot of bagels in this story so far.
You will respect me as a man. I'm sorry. That's that's our intern. He sometimes gets a little ahead of himself. We understand that this is a sensitive matter. That is why you may be withholding some information. Exactly. Are we allowed to kill this blob?
We believe that it can only be contained.
Oh, ominous. All right. Well, sure. We would gladly accept the case. Is it drawn to noise? Perhaps that's my working theory from this bard.
We don't know much about it. Unfortunately, we do not know what it's drawn to. If it is indeed consuming people, then perhaps that is all it is drawn to.
Where was it last sighted?
Probably where it melted the bard was the last place that it was reliably seen outside of the town hall.
Very good. Then I suppose we shall start there.
Okay.
Righto.
Dr. Fields, I look forward to our continued relationship.
We'll see about that. And he turns and leaves.
Indeed we shall.
He didn't take his hat.
He takes his hat.
Oh.
He doesn't leave his hat behind.
Plucks it off your head.
Him and his friends exit.
Well, that went well.
Yeah, it sounds like we've got some potential funding.
Indeed. So while he may not have been able to give us anything, there is one thing that we know about how we may be able to trap it.
Globes.
I was going to say glass. I have a funny feeling the shape is probably not as important as the material.
He says you don't know yet. We'll find out.
I suppose that is true.
Take this down to see if it's the glass that's important or the shape.
Okay.
Write that
shape
down.
or glass.
Yeah. We'll see about this. He thinks he's so smart.
I have like a little handy notebook, like a little
right.
notepad.
Mm-hmm. It's probably nonsensical, just full of phrases like that.
Glass or shape.
Glass or shape.
Question mark.
All right, you want to go down to town
Raccoon? Dumpster?
Yes. Mean. We should, we should go and see if there's a trail or what we can glean from the scene.
Let's go. Let's ride. I have an idea when we get there.
I'm in.
Yeah, so you guys want to head back to the area it was last seen at? Outside the town hall where it ate the bard. Cool. Yeah, you show up there and it's currently kind of like boarded off by the city guard. They're kind of keeping an eye out, and there's a couple of other people kind of going around the area and inspecting it.
Let's just see if we can draw it out through noise.
Well, like right here.
Yeah, why not? Well, you got a better idea?
Paxton.
So Paxton starts clapping?
Yeah, that's his noise. Here, blobby, blobby, blobby.
It's like with bears, you can like clap at them.
We're in a metropolis. There's so much noise in this city. How would we ever adequately test that theory?
Well, he was making a lot of noise with that song. That's all I know.
You were here.
Did he tell us about the pipe drain? Or can I look up and see the pipe drain where it came out?
I don't think he told you.
Okay.
But you can see it. You also notice that there are a couple of other inquisitives going around, people that you know from information acquisition, your rival agency right now. The leader, another half-orc individual, but with bluish, greenish skin, dressed very fine, has these little reading glasses. He goes and kind of holds up and inspects each area. Is going around. His name is Cal, K-A-L. You can piece together the drain also.
So yeah, I don't think it was so much the bard's noise. I think he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. See that drain? He likely simply was trying to exit the sewer system and plop down right on the poor bastard's head.
At that point, Cal notices you all standing over there and says, "Oh, well, look who it is."
Oh, Cal!
Here to kind of step on our turf, friends?
Well, we'll have you know we have been sanctioned to help in this matter, and so, it's maybe you who is doing the toe-stepping.
Uncle Frank. Who is this guy?
He's a rival. He's kind of a douche.
Yep. He also has the mark of finding similar to Frank. He's known to be like very, very loyal to his clients and also pretty cutthroat on how he gets information. But he replying to Halwin, he says, we were told to come here by the King's Citadel. It's directly to this area. I think they wanted someone with a little bit of experience investigating the area, making sure that no details were missed. What do they have you doing?
Well, they hired us in efforts to help contain the beast and prevent further bloodshed, so
no specific assignments?
Not specifically. I feel they probably trusted our ability to, operate independently.
They came to us because we were there when it started.
They came to every inquisitive agency in the district. But it's good that you were there when it started. You must have loads of information as far as how you could find it. You must find it soon.
That is the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, when you do, I will be very happy to hear about that. What's good for one Tharask operation is good for another, right, Frank?
Yeah, Cal. What's good for the family is good for all.
It's good for the bagels.
All right, glad to hear it. Halwin, you notice on further down the street, let's see, Jeb. Further down the street.
Oh, Jeb. Does he see me?
Yeah, he's kind of like around the corner, like kind of like his arms crossed, and he's kind of looking around the corner, kind of like giving you like a nudge.
Frank, you and your dear cousin must have much to catch up on. I will be right back.
Other family. You're not related to this part of the family.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm going to go.
He kind of motions you over, and he's like, "Follow me over here." And he kind of leads you back to the back of a restaurant. He says, "Come in here. We can talk in here. I know some of the people that work here."
It's ready to take your relationship to the next level.
In the restaurant?
Yeah, in the restaurant.
All right, very well. Follow him in.
Okay, cool. He takes you in. It's a restaurant bar called The Good Life. Effectively, it's one of those classic historical places that is actually still running and is still popular and still has a high quality. It's kind of this area full of red walls, a bunch of Breland national imagery, and he kind of leads you to like a little corner booth, and he motions you to sit down, and he starts talking to you. He's like, so the military, they're kind of coming into Underlook pretty heavy over the last day or so. I saw them go to your office.
Yes, they, I don't know if you've heard, there is supposedly a gelatinous monster about town, dissolving folks in, stalls and whatnot.
Yeah. One of the Boromar clan heirs got ate up.
Really?
Yeah. They're furious. They think that the Dask did it. They think that the Tyrants did it.
Which heir?
Jamie.
Thank the gods.
Yeah, but they're
thorn out of my side. All right.
They're furious right now, and they're looking for who's responsible. And like I said, they think everyone's blaming each other for this.
You're saying this may lead to a gang war?
Potentially, but the Citadel interest in it is very strange, especially sending someone like Fields in.
Yes, I never got much information on Dr. Fields. Do you know anything about him, Jim?
That's what I spent the better part of this morning doing. He's a scientist. He's been working with the Brelish military since the last war. But as far as I can find, he wasn't a weapons expert necessarily. He was a biologist.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that'll do you much good. And then at that point, there's a commotion in the restaurant as people look towards some of the windows on the exterior as this green slime starts to pour into it. Not just a little bit now, just fully flowing through the entire window, crawling on top of the tables and the booths in the restaurant as people are running out screaming.
Wait, did it go through the window?
It crushed through it.
Okay.
Effectively. Yeah, it did not phase through it. It just kind of pushed pressure until the glass gave and broke and crumpled and then just started to pour into this restaurant.
Well, Jeb, thank you very much for your time. This is no place for little boys. I'm going to hand him another copper. I'm going to put it actually in his pocket and just pat him on the back.
Yeah, you put it in his pocket while he's like staring like
off you go, Jeb, off you go.
Sure, you push him out, and this slime starts to pour in through the entire restaurant, swallowing up everything in its path, coming towards you. So I need you to act under pressure to get out of here.
Oh man, that is an 8.
An 8.
Yes. What do you have for me?
Okay, so you start to sprint, and you get to the back entrance really quickly. Jeb, however, does not.
Oh no, Jeb.
So you see it start to steep up and pull around his ankle, and he starts to become unable to move. What do you want to do?
I want to. Does he have boots on or shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm say, Jeb, take off your shoe, and I'm gonna run and just try to under the arm. I assume he's pretty small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to under the arms, try to just
cool
pick him up.
Totally.
Take him with me.
Yeah. Cool.
I like Jeb. He's reminds me of a young Halwin.
Okay. Protect someone.
Oh man, terrible at that. Okay.
This sounds like it protects someone. So yeah, he's like reaching out for you, and as the slime started to pull around his ankles and just all over the place, this thing is eating people in this restaurant right now. It's pulling in.
Okay. So that is a 9.
Oh, you
because
have a minus.
Yeah.
Okay. So a total of 9. You protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so you pull him out of the way of the creature. Unfortunately, as you start to run, it grabs onto you. These pseudopod, these like little slimy hands start to reach out and wrap around your ankles and start to burn and sear in through your clothing and down to your skin. So quickly it starts to eat away at you. It deals 4 harm to you.
4?
Yes.
Ah. So I'm unstable.
Yes, you are. Basically, there's cinders coming off from where it's latched onto you before you're able to pull away and continue to move outside of the restaurant.
I imagine I'm limping.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. So Frank and Paxton, you see Jeb and Halwin just kind of burst out of the back door of this restaurant with then you hear the noises of screams, and Halwin's pants are on fire a little bit at the bottom.
Whoa!
I'm just gonna hobble over towards you guys and just be like, giant slime, destroying the restaurant, eating my ankles, time to go.
Well, we need to
We gotta do
get
some
that
tests. Yeah, we gotta test it.
What?
Throw the glass at it. See if it digests the glass.
Do we have glass?
I punch a window.
We saw it roll through glass in the restaurant, right?
You take it one
pushed
harm.
through. It didn't. It pushed through the glass. It didn't dissolve through the glass that we could see.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like just the weight of the creature just buckled the glass and broke it. Mm-hmm. So Paxton punches a nearby window.
All right.
You have a thought?
Are there shards of glass now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some in between his knuckles, and then there's some more on the ground.
I pick up one of the bigger shards on the ground and I throw it at the blob just to see if that does anything.
You throw it you kind of peek back into the restaurant and just chuck this piece of glass at it, and it sinks into the creature's form and just disappears.
Like, dissolve disappears?
No, it just goes underneath and...
Okay.
And then
it doesn't react in any way?
No, it does not, unfortunately.
Try a different shape now.
Yeah, I need a globe! Someone get me a globe!
Yelling somebody get me a globe.
That doesn't look good.
And more of the creature is starting to pool and
how big is it now?
It's covering like the whole surface area. It was covering the whole surface area of the restaurant effectively earlier. And all that mass is pooling and moving into the kitchen. And you can see it starting to go down in the kitchen drain.
In the kitchen, is there fire of any sort?
Yeah, probably. There could be like a furnace that they had going to roast some stuff that they left on in the panic.
I'd like to... Avoiding the slime if I can.
Sure. So you want to jump into the kitchen and try and
throw some hot coals on it or something.
Okay, I like that.
Kick the big pot over.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that idea. So I think it's the kind of thing where you have to get in through the window, and you have to like jump from like table to like drawer to like just like skid on the furniture to not step on the floors. The floor is level.
The floor is level.
Yeah. Effectively. So that sounds like another act under pressure to me, just to get to where you want to go.
Let's do this. Ooh.
Oh no.
That's an 8.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Actually, I'm going to use Bottle It Up.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to turn that into...
you got to bump it up to a 10 for any difference.
Yeah, to a 10. So that would give you 2.
Cool. Yeah, so that ability lets you add some to a roll, and then it gives me that same number to subtract from one of your rolls in the future. Mm. So you actually make it there completely successfully. You kind of jump onto like the main area of the kitchen table and jump over towards the furnace, and there's there are some burning logs there. There's a couple of furnace tools on the side. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, like I guess I want to knock the logs in a way where they'll roll into the slime.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I don't know if they're like on metal legs or whatever those things are called.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I think you can do that fairly easily. As you kind of start to pull and just like roll the logs down into the creature, the logs kind of roll into this slimy form and then kind of stop as they get too much resistance, and then the logs themselves start to catch on fire and burst into flames.
All right, that was a bad idea. It likes fire.
You kind of hear Frank saying that from like you're looking out in the window as he's like kind of crouched up on like a corner of the kitchen.
And so it's going down the drain.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there any like glassware in the kitchen?
Yeah.
You want to try and scoop up a bit of goop?
Yeah, I want to try to trap some of it at the end as it's continuing to go down the drain.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that there's some sort of a glass container. Maybe there's like
beer bottle.
There's a couple of glasses in the area potentially. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, I mean, if it's continuing to go down the drain, if it's not trying to stop or turn around or anything,
right.
Basically, I want to wait until it's kind of right there at the getting towards the end.
Okay.
And I just want to like upside down. Want to try to grab, pinch off like a little back, bit of it under the glass.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think it's hard. Because you kind of wait for it all to pull down, and you all just kind of have to sit there and watch all of this as it happens. It just kind of slowly pulls into the kitchen drain and disappears. And right at the end, you get like a little cup, a little glass, and you just scoop up the last little bit, and you have this little bit of green gooey slime in this cup.
Is it moving?
It does. It does move.
Okay.
Yes. It starts to try and climb up the glass wall, but then it's unable to. It's unable to move much.
Okay. I'm gonna grab another glass.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it in the glass so that same direction,
right?
So
Gotcha.
that it's trapping it without like really any space.
Cool, perfect.
And it doesn't, like, there's not any burning glass smell?
It starts to get warm, but not that much. It's not burning the glass.
Okay.
You can tell that it's giving off this immense heat, but it's not enough to burn through the glass or anything.
See glass.
All right, Pax, mark it down. He won.
Circle glass.
Glass are shaped with glass circle. Like, in an hour you're going to look at it and be like, what on earth?
Halwin and Frank, you hear some noise coming from what looks to be a large walk-in freezer. This pounding on the door from the inside. Coming out this noise like...
Francis, get the door.
And I go up to the door and I just unlatch it.
Yeah. It swings open and then like someone just like kind of falls out on their knees. This elvish woman, seemingly a waitress at the restaurant, kind of dressed in like black and white. She kind of comes out and she's like terrified, looking around. It's like, where'd it go?
You're safe, ma'am. We have handled the situation. Bob has beat a hasty retreat. You're fine for now.
She looks up to the glass. Like, what's that?
Souvenir.
And Halwin, you notice that as this giant walk-in fridge door swings open, that the creature starts to recoil.
I was about to say
inside the glass.
It's like running against the wall. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you get within way of the cold air flowing out of it.
Curious. I'm gonna.
So it likes fire. It does not seem to like the cold.
Or glass.
I
really want to emphasize that it was glass.
So we need...
It had absolutely nothing to do with the shape.
Yeah, but it could be a snow globe. Think about it. Cold, glass, we can put it in there.
So what we need is a snow globe.